Hello! I'm going to be watching the K-pop Demon Hunters in segments because I'm not sure how much Netflix will allow me to post at a time. I probably may have to cover the screen. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but let's just see what happens. So we're going to do small segments of the movie. I'm going to interrupt it. I've already reacted to Golden, and that was just hearing one song, and I was trying to figure out the plot. I was analyzing the singing. I teach singers, I teach pianists. I'm a professional singer myself. So I'm reacting to this just as someone who loves movies, but also someone who knows a lot about singing. But I am curious about this movie. So we're going to start the film, and then I'll probably do these in 10-minute segments and react to each 10 minutes, and then there'll be another episode. So subscribe so you can see all of my reactions to the entire movie. Okay? Let's start. I love the Netflix sound. It means there's excitement coming. I love that.
The world will know you as pop stars, but you will be much more than that. You will be hunters. Demons have always haunted our world, stealing our souls and channeling strength back to their king, Kima. Until heroes arose to defend us, born with voices that could drive back the darkness, singing songs of courage and hope. But hunters are more than warriors. Our music ignites the soul and brings people together. With this connection, the first hunters created a shield to protect our world, the Honmun. Every generation, a new trio of hunters is chosen to fulfill our ultimate duty. A barrier so strong it is impenetrable that will keep demons and Kima from our world forever. The Golden Honmun. And now, that duty falls to you. That victory is within your reach. It is your voices, your song, that will create the Golden Honmun.
Yes, Celine. Let's go, Huntress!
We love Huntress!
Mira's my favorite. She's the visual and lead dancer of Huntrix. Nobody can move like Mira.
Apparently, she was a black sheep of her family.
I don't know why, because she's so cool. Who else could wear a sleeping bag to the Met Gala?
Yeah, she's our role model.
She's the best. Love her.
We're here for Zoe!
She's a rapper and lyricist.
She grew up in America, somewhere called Burbank, USA.
She's the cutest magnet.
But when she raps, she goes hard.
She gets real scary, so scary, you better watch out.
She's pop star royalty.
Her mom was a Sunlight sister, but passed away when she was an infant. But Celine raised her and built Huntrix around.
Okay, I have to pause. There's already so much has happened, and it's been 3 minutes. Okay, so what we got in 3 minutes already is that there's this they were placed on this earth to be demon hunters disguised as pop stars. Okay, I got that. There's some legend. It's really complicated. Then just the fact that they started off with the hype of a K-pop concert, I thought they captured that really well, the crowd swelling, the noise and whatever. And now they're showing the fandom of how crazy obsessed the fans are, which is so relatable and accurate, by the way. So many of my students who are into K-pop, a hardcore, would be exactly like this. They knew everything about the history. Oh my God, she was raised in America, but she did this and she's the best rapper. Da, da. This is so good. And the fact that they're talking so fast, it's so real. It just sounds like I'm already drawn in, and I'm I forgot it's animated because it almost seems like it's a real story. You know, it's so relatable. This could just be a TV news thing in real life. So yeah, And the opening music was really good. I like the soundtrack sounds, like when they were showing the like evil stuff from like the past. It was almost like a, you know, professional orchestra score and all that. Let's keep going.
Her. Rumi's voice is just incredible. Like,
It brings us to tears.
They're taking a break after this concert and they totally need it, but we're gonna miss them so much!
Everyone look alive. All right, looking good over there. Okay, ready? Ready. But where are the girls?
Was he's like the typical producer guy? They made him a little chubby. Interesting.
What? What? Where are they going?
Okay, this is our biggest show yet.
The most songs.
The most moves.
Which means the most carb loading.
For the fans!
Yeah, I need like 10,000 calories to get through.
Snacking. Who doesn't love eating? That's so cute. They're so cute. Oh, they just look like girls, you know, like young girls having fun.
4,000%. A gajillion %.
Man, it's not even a real number.
It is for our fans.
Oh my god, the way they made her teeth look like claws right there, and then she becomes a little girl suddenly. That's so good. It's kind of like animation, honestly. Interesting.
Our fans deserve the best.
The unrealistic stuffing food down her throat. It's good though. And that's what's cool about animation is they can make things that don't exist in reality, but it really shows the way you're feeling.
Okay, time for our pregame ramen.
Happy fans, happy
moon.
Wait, there's no water in these.
Excuse me, miss?
Yes, Miss Hunter X?
We asked for hot water, like...
Right away. You're welcome. Arrivederci. Goodbye.
Crazy flight attendant. That's hilarious. They're like flying private. And that woman's funny. Like whoever wrote that character, I'm already like loving this. Like the crew writers of this are hilarious.
Okay.
Who's Bobby?
Yeah, hi.
Oh, that guy.
What are you doing?
About to eat our pre-show ramen.
Pre-show? What about the show? Hey, that's my phone.
We love you
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yo, I just got this.
Sick.
Give me that. Why are you so late?
Late?
50,000 fans are waiting for you. They make cute signs and everything. How can you be late? Oh, I wish
Keep your
you
shirt
were
on,
here.
Bobby. We'll be there in 3.
I didn't even get to finish my damian.
Why do they always interrupt our snacking?
Okay, that's hilarious. And her like angry face when she's eating. Oh my god. It's really interesting. I'm loving it. Like I'm so captivated. I wouldn't pause in real life except that I have to tell you guys what I'm thinking as I go. But I would already be like not wanting to pause. And I'm a full grown adult woman, you know, but I'm like watching an animated movie right now being like, what's going to happen next?
Excuse me.
Please take your seat.
Yeah, we don't have time. You're a demon, right?
Oh, what do you mean?
You're smiling all weird, watering plants with coffee, and those guys? Come on.
Oh, we were just...
Oh, look. Patterns.
Oh, these? These are just...
The rest of you can come out. We're in a hurry.
Oh, you got the patterns. Now you gotta die.
The only ones dying tonight are your. I said the only ones dying tonight are your.
I'm sorry. What?
Your fans. We're gonna eat your fans.
No, thank you.
No.
Not our fans.
When you mess with our fans,
We need to make it hurt.
You came at a bad time, but you just crossed the line. You wanna get wild? Okay,
Are we getting a song right now? Because I love this. What universe am I in? Like, this is so creative. Like, I love how they were like, oh, these people must be demons because they're like disturbing we're late for the concert. We shouldn't have been late. And now we're about to get a song. Okay, so I guess I'm just going to react to this as we go. Okay, like this is awesome. Remember, the only thing I've heard was the golden lyric video so far, so I don't know the plot. But so far, I like these girls. They have crazy personalities. Each of them are very different. The one with the pink hair, not the purple, she has such a deep voice. And then the short brown hair one, she's like the crazy one when she eats. And then, of course, Rumi, that's her name, right? The main character. Cool. She's just the ultimate cool girl. So far, that's what I know.
get wild. Better come right, better look right. Get into a level, cause you might die. Never the time, trying to start a battle. Bleeding isn't in my blood. There's a good that let's go. Beating you is what I do, yeah. Body, naughty, naughty, we're sorry. And when you pull up, I pull up a little late to the party.
La 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 la. I know that I was born for this. There ain't no point in avoiding it. Annoyed, repeat till that become me up your victim.
Knocking you out like a lullaby. Hear that sound ringing in your mind. Better sit down for the show, cause I'm gonna show you how it's done, done, done. How tricks don't miss, how it's done, done, done. Hot tricks don't quit, how it's done, done, done. Run, run, we run the town. Whole world playing our sound. Turn it up, it's going down. Hot tricks show this, how it's done, done, done.
Yeah, this plan's trashed.
Okay, let's do this.
Yeah, something about when you come from the crowd that's so humble and high. Come to keep bigger, but to continue it, injury, I'm poking here, what?
Nothing to us. One up, you're done up. We come up from sun up to sun up, so come out to play.
Wanted a way, we wanted a million, we kill it, but really you wanted okay. Heels, nails, blade, mascara. Fit check for my napalm era.
Need to beat my face, make it cute and savage. Mirror, mirror on my phone, who's the baddest? Us, hello.
Knocking you out like a lullaby. Hear that sound ringing in your mind. Better sit down for the show, cause I'm gonna show you how it's done, done, done. On top, bottom, right, left, spitting facts, you know that's how it's done, done, done.
Okay, like I know I ramble. Always shoot my words, I go ramble. Took blood, sweat, and tears to look natural.
That's how it's done, done, done. Hear our voice unwavering till our song defeats the night. Make it fear afraid to breathe till the dawn beats out. How it's done.
G. Dude, that song's so good. First of all, they're like so good at rap. And they don't just do like rap, they do like the singy rap. Like it's very K-pop, okay? And then they had like the random Korean. And again, I don't know any of the Korean. So if y'all who speak Korean could just tell me what those words mean in context, because it would just be random like da-da-da-da, something Korean. And I'm like, what are they saying? I love it. It at first kind of reminded me of like the Blackpink style of like rap singing, because I know Blackpink has their own rapper, right? Like I've listened to a bunch of Blackpink. I like Blackpink. Kind of reminds me a lot of that. It sounds very like what you would expect for K-pop, and I thought they did a really good job. I liked how the beginning it was like that drum machine, the t, t, and then the t, 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 and then it just like went down. And I thought it was really cool how they're like telling a story that's kind of like really out there and fantasy, obviously, because it's like demons and all this stuff. But then they perfectly just like integrated in a musical. But instead of just being like a traditional musical, like Oklahoma or something, it's like they're integrating the fact that K-pop style. But then remember, all I've heard is Golden so far, right? And Golden is all about, it was a total song type, and this is like the rap style K-pop. Like it literally sounds like so many other K-pop songs that have this specific genre where they mainly rap and then there's some singing in it, and they did that really good. She even had like the breakdown section. I really liked that part. So I think the way this series is gonna work is I'm gonna do little segments like this long. It looks like the movie is 1.5 hours. So I'm 12 minutes in. I'm 8.5 minutes in. Okay, let's go 1.5 more minutes, and then I'll do it in like 10-minute segments of the movie, and so there might be 13 parts. All right, let's just watch another part, but that song's amazing. How it's done, 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 ba-da-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da, and the animation's so funny. Like when they were eating and like engorfing the ramen, I was just like, oh, that's so good. Love it. that's the title. All that was just all the intro. That's so cool. Dark, ominous music.
Let me guess. They got away again.
The hunters, they're too strong.
I understand.
You do?
I understand. You are weak! Pathetic! Useless! All of you! Don't you idiots know? Once the hunters turn the Holman gold, it's over for us!
There once was a mighty demon king. Stop me if you've heard this one before. He was in total control. He feasted on souls. The world trembled when he roared. But then some hunters sang some songs. Now all he does is starve. Can't get at the souls, and his flame grows cold. Just a whisper in the dark.
Okay, look, I don't want to like point out some things that, but I happen to have been. I'm sorry, but there's a lot of similarities to Sailor Moon. I'm just going to say it. And why do I know this? I was obsessed with Sailor Moon when I was like 13 years old. I even built a Sailor Moon website when websites first came out. Okay, so like age 12, 13, 14, maybe since I was 11. 11, 12, 13, 14, I was literally obsessed with Sailor Moon. So you want to know what reminds me of Sailor Moon so far? Okay, first of all, this guy coming out, there's a character in Sailor Moon called Tuxedo Mask. And he always comes out with like a Spanish guitar. This guy and a hat. This guy comes out with a hat and a Spanish guitar. Now, in Sailor Moon, Tuxedo Mask is good. He's always like rescuing Sailor Moon and they're like fated to be lovers, okay? But what was also similar about Sailor Moon is that the plot of Sailor Moon is always that there's some like force that wants to dominate the world and like take over and steal souls or something. It's very similar. Like they're trying to like attack humans and steal their energy and steal their souls. Very similar to demons. And they all, the minions, are always rallying around some leader. And then that boss guy, he always sends out one person or a few goons to like try to do trouble. And then Sailor Moon and her friends, they thwart the plot. Now, Sailor Moon and her friends are also undercover. So if you guys like this movie, you should just watch the whole Sailor Moon. I recommend it in Japanese with subtitles. It's much better than the English dub version, which was really weird and messed up. Just watch the original Japanese, seasons 1 through 5, plus there was a few movies. It's very similar. It's about high school girls who are secretly Sailor Scouts who save the universe. Like they're actually protectors of the Earth, but they secretly just go to school. But one of them's a pop star. Sailor Venus starts out as Sailor V, and she's actually a pop star. So there's like a little bit of similarity, I'm not going to lie so far. This movie definitely is much more like in your face, fun, compelling, funny, like up with the times, K-pop. Like it's much more. And the thing with anime TV shows is that anime TV shows are like 20-minute episodes or like 30-minute episodes with commercials. So they're 20 without the commercials. And every episode is kind of the same. So in Sailor Moon, it's like there's some little thing they're doing at school. And then on the side, there's always a bad guy that gets sent down from the main boss. And then he does trouble. And then Sailor Moon basically uses her like powers to fight him along with her friends who also gain powers. They gain powers as they go. And then usually she gets in trouble. At some point, Tuxedo Mask comes in and throws a rose and like thwarts the bad guy. Then they kind of like look at each other. But then they have secret identities. So like the difference in Sailor Moon is that like everybody's secretly somebody else, but then they don't recognize each other even though they look exactly the same in their transformed version. So you have to have a little bit of like suspension of disbelief to appreciate Sailor Moon, because when she transforms out of her school uniform, which is like a normal Japanese schoolgirl uniform, into her Sailor Scout uniform, it's almost the same sailor uniform. It's just that her schoolgirl uniform is very modest and typical. And when she's a Sailor Scout, it's like very like short mini skirt with like tall boots, and like she's super cute and like, anyway. So far, I mean, again, I'm not trying to make presumptions here, but I'm just saying there's some similarities. I don't know if this is just coming from some kind of like ancient legends that are kind of universal to societies, like this idea of like demons and then people who are the protectors of the earth. Because that's kind of what's going on so far. We got that like precursor plot. Now look, I could be completely wrong on this. And at this point, I'm just confused why this guy is existing in the demon world telling the story about this demon king or whatever. So now I'm like, is he the demon king and he's just in disguise to tell the people? Or is he neutral? Is he good? I have a lot of questions. He's definitely mysterious and he comes in with the music and I'm like, ooh, who is he? Also, it's interesting that they made the like producer guy kind of like chubby. It's kind of like make fun of that guy. Like they like kind of, it's a little bit fat shaming, but whatever. You know what I mean? Like make the one like unlikable kind of like, oh, make fun of that guy. Like he's like chubby. It's like, oh, he's always getting, fans aren't respecting him, you know? Kind of typical. Whatever. I guess it's supposed to be funny, but I don't know. I just was like, interesting. It's like so obvious who that character is going to be, you know? Like it's very stereotypical.
And will he let the fire go out?
Okay, one more song. Let me rewind a few frames so I can hear the beginning of the song.
He was in total control. He feasted on souls. The world trembled when he roared. But then some hunters sang some songs. Now all he does is starve. Can't get at the souls, and his flame grows cold. Just a whisper in the dark.
And will he let the fire go out? Is this the end of him now? Dying king with the crumbling crown. Will he let the fire go out?
I let you keep that voice, Chino, and you dare to mock me with it?
I'm not here to mock you. I'm here to help you. It's time for a new strategy. We fight the hunters where they least expect it. Go after the very thing that powers the Hunmoon. The fans.
A demon boy band? What makes you think that could work?
Oh yeah, totally gonna work.
Oh my god, this is so funny. Are you joking me? Now they're gonna go as an under disguise bad demon disguise boy band, which is also great because you know how in K-pop there are girl groups and there are boy groups and they both have equally amount of like crazy fans that go crazy for them, but the boy groups, like the girls are like, ah, you know. This is like so relatable. Like this is like whoever wrote this plot has just totally gets like the K-pop culture and the fandom, and they basically are like almost making fun of the fans. It's almost like a metaphor. Like you're so like obsessed with your band that like you could just be encaptured by demons because you don't know the difference between like your obsession and then like that's almost like the bad traits of humanity taking over. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to stop here, though I will say like I liked his little intro song. I like how he flew up with the other guys and they fly, and I guess they're gonna be the bad band that's secretly gonna go after the Hamoon or whatever. I want to know what that means. Is it like just a made up character name? Is there like something to that? Does it mean something deeper? Is there like a metaphor within that name, or you know, double meaning? Again, I don't. Anytime there's like some Korean, I'm like, is this like a myth that's common in Korea that I don't know about? Like, is this an old story? You know how there's like myths that like different cultures are familiar with, and then sometimes they're just embedded in our culture, right? Like there's just like stories like, you know, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs or whatever. It's like, you know, the Goldilocks and the Three Bears. You know, like I don't know if there's like some element of this that's like you need to know kind of like this idea of demons in the first place, or whether this is just completely fictional and just completely made of story and they just came up with this idea like of these forces and this evil. So that's also plausible. I just don't know. I'm coming into this like not knowing. But so far what I know is there's 3 very likable girls who are secretly demon hunters they're trying to get them all the time. The demons can't succeed. The boss gets mad at them. He sends more demons. It's not working. Now there's this guy who's like, we're going to hit them where it counts. We're going to go after the fans directly for the energy or whatever they're hunting, whatever the demons are mining, right? The demons are farming, right? They're farming for energy. So this is really interesting. And you know why? It's unique. There's so many movies that kind of just like follow like the same plot or it's kind of the same story told over and over again. So far, not only is this kind of a unique plot, I know I said it's similar to Sailor Moon, but like obviously it's unique, right? It's not directly a copy, but there's like elements that are similar. But the fact that they tied in this really cool animation, this really good music that just sounds so K-pop, like it could just be on a regular K-pop album today by any of the major bands, the major girl groups or boy groups or mixed groups, whatever. Like any K-pop group could be the ones who do these songs, right? They put it together in a movie, make it like with really cool animation that like you just can't get in real life acting, right? But with the cartoons, they can like animate these things in like really creative ways. And so far, I'm like, this movie's like a 10 out of 10 and I'm captivated. Like I just want to watch the whole 90 minutes through. But I'm a YouTube reactor, so this is what I have to do, okay? I do this for you, so you guys know what I think. But so far, the singing and the music has just been top notch, and that's really what I'm an expert in, is singing. And I do love movies, and I do know a lot about random plots, obviously, because I just referenced Sailor Moon. But yeah, I like, it's almost like also like Lord of the Rings, like Sauron, he's the bad guy in Lord of the Rings, he's like a fire thing. So far, this bad demon force seems like almost like a fiery pit that just talks to the demons, and he's kind of like Sauron from Lord of the Rings a little bit, right? So I see similarities where there's similarities. So I like that there's 3 characters in the group, the main group. I like that they each are very different. They each have a specialty. Like so far, obviously some are like more towards rap and some are more towards singing, which is typical for K-pop, right? Because in like Blackpink, there's like a specific rapper and the specific ones who sing. Like it's known, like, oh, she's the rapper, right? Like that's very common for K-pop because not everyone can rap. It's not like such a universal skill, just like not everyone can sing, right? So far, wow. I can't wait to break down the rest of this movie. So please follow because I'm going to do it in segments and you're not going to get like notified unless you subscribe and you turn on notifications. And I'm happy to react to whatever you guys want. I've kind of just built my channel based on the people who are watching and they kind of give me ideas. So if you want to do that too, on my Linktree, I have a reaction request form. That's the best way. I do try to read all my YouTube comments and respond to them, but sometimes I have way too many that I can't. So if you see my Linktree, my social media is on there. I have TikTok, I have Instagram, I have everything, okay? And then I have a form that you can fill out if you want me to react to something specifically, or if you have like questions about like the vocal technique, or if you want me to teach you how to like sing a particular song, I'd be very good at doing that. That's what I do every day. I have about 20 voice students a week that I work with both in person and on Zoom, some. And so this is just my passion. I've been a singer. If you watch my Golden video, you'll see that I can sing the whole song, Golden. It's in my range. And apparently not that many singers have that range, so I'm lucky to be part of that club. Now, getting me to learn the rap, including Korean words, that's going to be a challenge. But I do love Korean food, actually. My parents lived in Seoul for a year when 1978. And so I grew up eating like bulgogi, kalbi, bibimbap, jjampong, that's like a spicy seafood soup. Yukgaejang, it's like a spicy beef soup. So I know a lot about Korean food, and I love Korean food so much. And this movie's make me want to get Korean food, actually. So it's kind of exciting. So yeah, I was just so happy that my students told me that. And that's one of the best things about being a teacher of young people, of like a lot of middle school. I teach kids as young as 7, and I teach adults older than me, okay? So the 7-year-olds, they're just cute, and like, you know, and then like the middle schooler ones, they'll like tell me about things like, that's how I learned about Olivia Rodrigo a few years ago. That's how I learned about Gracie Abrams. That's how I learned about Chappell Roan. This is how I learned about all the new things, is because my students tell me. And so when my students started talking about K-pop a few years ago, just generally, of course I knew Blackpink, and I knew like, I like the one that's like, how you like that? You know, that's Blackpink. But then I like, I don't know. There was some on there. I had the game Just Dance, and there was a few K-pop songs in there, and I really like those ones. I Am the Best. Yeah, there's one called I Am the Best. Da, 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 da. I like that song a lot. And Hypen. There's so many groups now. Like, I could just go on and on. Yeah. So anyway, let me know what I should react to. I'm happy to do K-pop specifically, or I'm happy to do anything. Just, again, fill out my reaction form. It's the best way to get it on a list for me so that I don't lose it. Because if it's just a comment, it can just get lost in like hundreds of or thousands of comments sometimes. So yes, I'm Erica. I'm a voice teacher. I live in California, United States. And I'm so happy to have discovered this movie. And I'm really excited to watch the rest of it as I record this series. So thanks for tuning in. Watch my reaction specifically to the Golden Lyric video. That's a really fun one I've done so far. And then I will continue with the rest of the movie. And then if you want, after I watch the whole movie, if you want me to go into more specifics on songs and like how the best technique is to sing them or to learn them, I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to talk about the music theory, the chords, the sheet music. We can go over all of that. So just let me know what interests you about this, and I'm happy to talk about it. Okay, take care, everybody. Until the next episode of Erica Reacts. Bye.